Greetings from Florida. I am on vacation visiting family. Long time no see. It's been a while since I've done a video. I got to go to a music store that I visit anytime I'm down here in Florida. It is Wax Records in Vero Beach, and scored some good stuff. Thought I would go ahead and share. Um, I got my hands on three live albums that I did not have on record. One of them I do have on CD, so I know what to expect from it. But first one is the Double Live Angel album, Live Without a Net. It's a gatefold, appears to be in good condition. I haven't cracked any of these open yet because I've not had any issues with any of the records I've gotten from this shop. So I know that it is going to play wonderfully. Sometimes there's a little bit of scuffs and whatnot, but for what I paid for this, I know it'll be in great condition. So very cool acquisition. I've got a few of their studio albums, nothing live. This next one, also double live, gatefold. And this is Aerosmith's live bootleg. I've got this one on CD, know what to expect. But just a fantastic list of songs from their 70s albums. So I've been wanting to get that one on record for a little while. And this next one, I've got a bunch of Ted's studio albums, both on CD and on record, but I've not had a chance, I've not come across a good copy of Double Live Gonzo, and couldn't pass this up. A little under $20, and once again, great track listing, and can't wait to give all three of those live albums a spin on the turntable. And something not live. Recently, I've been listening to my Doobie Brothers, one of the best of albums that I have on CD, but I don't have any on vinyl, and I couldn't pass this one up with it having Jesus Is Just All Right, and listen to the music and rocking on down the highway. This is gold, this one. So had to go ahead and grab this. Another gatefold. So all four of those gatefold albums. And this is just a single record though. And something new, not recently released as far as the original. This originally came out on CD. Iommi did a collaboration. I'm thinking it was DEP. The original, I think it was kind of demo material, but between him and Glenn Hughes in the 90s. And it was fantastic. I got that on CD, and then this second one, Fused, was where they went into the studio to release a finished album, and this was just beautiful, great. I love Glenn Hughes's singing, great songwriter. Everything he's a part of musically is just fantastic. So was excited to see this. This is colored vinyl, part of the Rocktober Records or Rocktober Rhino Records release, and happy to have that in the collection. And last of the records that I picked up is Corrosion of Conformity, Technocracy, and I had this years ago on CD, since got rid of it, but I love the crossover thrash punk of this band and others like them, and this is I believe a Euro pressing on white vinyl. So happy to have that back in the collection. Now I also went through their CDs, hoping to find something to be able to listen to on the way home, and got all the way up to the S's, and I just wasn't finding anything. I was like, well, I've either got this or just finding stuff I had no interest in. But once I got to the S's, I started hitting some good stuff. The first CD is Shark Island, and this is actually a promo titled July 14th, 1989, Bastille Day, Alive at the Whiskey, released on Epic Records. And apparently this promo was released one time on CD, one version on cassette, and one vinyl pressing. The vinyl's probably going to be the hardest to track down, but I got this one for a few bucks, and it is, let's see how many tracks are on here. Looks like 6. So little EP, but I never got around to getting their full-length album, but I remember hearing 1 or 2 of their songs on the radio up in New York when I was growing up in the, I guess, the late 80s, early 90s. Next CD is a band that I've heard of, but I'm not familiar with their music. They're another hair band, Silent Rage. Just in case you had any doubts about that, you just look at all that poofed up hair. But I know they've got at least two albums from their late 80s, early 90s, and I've seen this cover before, but never got around to checking them out. So added that one to the collection. Now the next one, I remember seeing this in a South Florida music magazine. They were free at the music stores, and I can remember flipping through and seeing this album cover and thinking, oh man, that must be some intense like death metal band or thrash. And they're called Slick Toxic, and the album is Doing the Nasty. There's either a guy or a girl praying to the porcelain there while there's 2 other people in the stalls next door. That is nasty. But upon looking up the band, they're actually probably more hair metal, hard rock. Not sure whether they're a US or a Euro band, but they could potentially fool people into maybe being an early thrash band just with the all black. But yeah, I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit more on the lighter side, but still cool to have. Now, this next one is a band I had never heard of before. They had 2 copies of this in the store. The first one I looked at was opened. This one is sealed. It does have a hole punch. But they're called, I have to look it up, Tall Stories. And it's self-titled, released on Epic Records, 1991, I believe. And come to find out that the singer on this is Steve Argente, who became the lead singer for Journey after Steve left the band. So I guess he would be considered maybe like 3rd round of singers, because I know Steve wasn't singing right from the beginning. But so anyway, I looked up the reviews on Amazon for folks that, what they thought about this, and AOR, hard rock, but it seems to get some good reviews. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. This was released on vinyl, I think, only in Europe, and probably not a big pressing, because that was 1991. And the last one that I got was a band I've seen this album before on vinyl. I've seen the record, but I've not come across it in the wild, and I haven't seen the CD probably since the 90s. This is a 92 press. It is the band Thunder, I believe from England, and the album is Laughing on Judgment Day. And just all of the CDs, I checked them out, and they're anywhere from VG Plus to probably EX. They're, very, very, if there's any scuffs on them, they're very light, but they seem to be all in good condition. And so this is a first for me. I've heard of the band Thunder, but I've never really listened to them. So between the live albums of the classic 70s bands, and then a whole bunch of 80s and 90s more hard rock hair metal, I feel like I did good today. So thank you for watching. Hope it's a little cooler wherever you are, because it's burning up down here in Florida. But just hope everybody's doing great out there. Be well, stay safe. God bless you, and thanks for watching.